Unfiltered 40s.
Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hi!
Hello.
Yun nga, pero naisip lang natin, I think we were talking about this before na we grew up with Friendster, tapos yung mga kung ano-anong wallpapers that we have on tapos lagi nakikipag-usap sa phones. Those made up like yung big, like core memories growing up. So, ngayon, parang na we're 40s, tapos mas marami ng batang tao. Batang tao kasi sa atin. We're living in a different planet with different species. So, yun, very interesting lang. Na to understand how millennials and Gen Zs actually see the world, tapos parang how they see each other too. So yun, I mean, I'm excited for today's episode.
Excited too.
And we invited a guest to join us. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Welcome
To
to
Unfiltered
Unfiltered
40s.
40s.
Uy, alam niyo ba?
Okay, we have our guest for today, Lauren. Take it away.
Si Lauren. Nung in-invite ako ni Ma'am Pai, sabi ko, ay sige po, for the experience. Yun talaga ang main reason. Kasi matagal na rin namin, before, nag-try na rin kami ng mga friends ko na mag-podcast. Pero it never, ano mo yun, hindi siya nagkatotoo.
Natuloy.
Puro drawing lang. So sige, kila Ma'am Pai, baka naman. Meron na silang ilang episodes. So, sorry, Ma'am Pai pa din tawag ko sa kanya. Nasanay kasi ako. Pero ayun, ano po siya. Training manager ko before. Ayun. Ayun.
Bait ba si Ma'am Pai?
Hoy! Wala kang masasabi.
Recorded ito.
Kaya, may digital photo.
Mabait po siya sa akin.
Oh. You're coming from Gen Z and we're millennials. Parang how do we differentiate or identify ourselves as coming from that particular generation? Parang ganun siya.
Hindi ko sure ano ba yung mga parang stereotypes sa mga Gen Z these days. Kasi parang ang tatandaan ko lang na usual stereotypes is sensitive. Yung mga generally anxious people. Ayun. Meron pa ba?
Totoo ba? Like, do you identify with those stereotypes?
My understanding, kaya nasasabi nila na sensitive yung mga Gen Zs and yung mga younger generations because we make a big deal out of everything. Like, kapag, for example, may toxic family member, ganyan, sasabihin ng mga younger generations na parang pwede namang i-cut off sila, ganyan. Parang, for me, ang nakikita ko, kaya nakikita nila kami na sensitive in that way. Kasi parang, for older generations, parang, pwede pang pag-usapan yung mga bagay-bagay. Pero sa aming mga Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, yung mga younger generation, parang there's a certain point na hindi na dapat tinotolerate yun. So, parang, I think that's where they're coming from, yung generalization na we're sensitive. And I think yung term pa nila is snowflake kasi dinadamdam ang lahat ng bagay.
We were talking about this, like, things we wish we knew when we were 25, na parang, during our time, parang, we just take things as they are. We don't say anything. Maybe we cut off, but yung relationship or like my toxic na whatever friend or family member, pero hindi na lang kami magsasalita or hindi na kami makikipag-usap. But I think with your generation, may toxic person, may toxic relationship, ika-cut off nyo, but you say something about it. Kaya nakikita
Yeah.
namin na sensitive naman ito. Kasi kami parang kikim-kimin na lang namin, we move forward. Yan. Pero siguro, something something good. Kasi yun yung inisip namin na sana may sinabi kami before. Baka better for
Mm-mm.
us. Kami, hindi kasi kami nagsasalita. Parang, sige na nga, fine, ganyan. Tapos, iiyak kami or magagalit kami sa tabi. Parang kayo, ang dami yung sinasabi. Yung galit, I mean, I think it's good.
May better boundaries din, parang feeling ko in
Yeah.
that sense. No?
Mm-mm. Actually, ayun din. Siguro, isa sa mga, parang yung pagiging sensitive, parang hindi naman siya sensitive in a bad way na, ewan ko, yun ang interpretation ko na parang we just set better boundaries na parang, ayun, hindi namin nahayaan na ginaganon kami. I think it's also connected din sa paglaki namin with social media. Kasi parang with social media, di ba, everything is out there. You say lahat ng nasa isip mo. Lumaki kami doon sa generation na tag dito, yung Twitter, yung Facebook, may mga status na yan, lahat talaga pinopost kahit na walang kwenta. Nililiteral namin yung what are your thoughts ni Facebook na question. So, ayun. I think doon nanggagaling na parang we speak our mind din kapag hindi namin nagugustuhan yung nangyayari. And, ayun, it can be taken by some people na masyado namang sensitive. So, yun din yung isa sa mga bagay na medyo big deal sa mga Gen Zs and younger generation, protecting your inner peace. Even if na kailangan mong mag-let go ng people sa buhay mo. Ako muna. Ganon.
Diminish yung sense ng community.
That's a good point. Kung nafe-feel namin na na-isolate kami with by protecting our inner peace. Pero so far, hindi naman. Parang from my observation, yung mga kakilala ko na may mga abusive na family, ganyan, for example, they're so much better off without those people ngayon. And hindi naman nila totally kina-cut off. Pero, alam mo yun, just leaving the space. Like, for example, may mga friends ako na nag-move out sa bahay nila since abusive yung family nila or toxic yung family nila. So, nag-move out sila. They still talk to their family naman and their parents, ganyan. Pero, alam mo yun, merong physical na distance sa kanila. Yung physical distance pa lang na yun, malaking bagay na din dun sa mental health nila and yung sa well-being nila. So, ayun. Hindi naman sila totally na-isolate kasi they still have friends. We still have friends naman. Pero we just don't let yung mga tao na, alam mo yun, kumakain ng energy mo na, alam mo yun, they suck the life out of you.
Yes.
We don't keep those people in our life. So, ayun, hindi naman sila kawalan, char. You gain new friends naman, even if you, alam mo yun, lose a few. Pero, ayun, parang just having yung filter na yun, you have your own standards of the people you keep in your life. Or, when it comes to work, ang napapansin ko naman, when it comes to setting boundaries, like, yung mga younger generations, mas, ano lang sila, like, yung work-life balance, like, they don't reach out for their phones pag weekends, ganyan. Those types of boundaries, like, okay, tumawag ka sa akin ng Saturday. Sa Monday na kita babalikan dyan. Yung mga ganon. Kapag tapos na yung work, tapos na talaga siya. And some older generations sa workplace, they hate that. Kasi bakit hindi ka ma-contact? Tinatawagan kita, may urgent. Ganyan. Pero at the end of the day, at least sa industry namin, wala namang mamamatay kung hindi mo sila sagutin. Ayun. Sorry. Dami ko sinabi.
Anyway, ano sabi mo?
Sabi ko, nice, very well trained by Mangta.
Diba? It seems like something I would say. Walang mamamatay.
Diba? Like, feeling mo may kakaiba ba sa mga Gen Zs sa Philippines, sa Australia? May napapansin ka ba?
I think yung boundary setting is the same. Nasabihan ako actually baka millennial na rin siya eh.
Mm.
Na kasi 'di ba yung work ethic sa Philippines iba yung sa dito. I mean mas ano talaga sila sa boundaries at saka sa even at even I think yung mga younger millennial has better boundaries than me than me. Pero I think yung iniisip ko with the younger generation is that they know yung marunong silang mag-advocate for themselves in a way. Katulad nun, iniisip ko kasi meron akong 5-year-old daughter.
Mm.
So, parang sinasabi namin ni Robbie, yung husband ko, sabi namin, I think happy kami na nandito siya sa generation na to na, alam mo yon dati kailangan kapag ka pumapasok ka sa school, nakapalda ka, 'di ba? Naka-skirt, yung skirt, yung ano mo, yung ngayon kung gusto mo mag-pants, pwede ka mag-pants, 'di ba? Yung walang medyo mas marami ng
Restrictions.
mas marami ng rights yung mga tao na if I choose to be this, I can do this. Yung parang ganon. Yung kung hindi ka makakasama, kung hindi ka naman nakaka-hurt ng anyone else, bakit hindi mo siya gagawin? And I think in that sense, mas nagiging hindi na sobrang rigid nung society. Yung parang mas flexible siya, mas adaptable, ano yung tawag sa ganun? Hindi engaging eh. Mas understanding of all the differences.
Yeah,
Hindi,
inclusive.
ah,
Mas
mas,
inclusive.
mas inclusive, that's the word. Mas inclusive siya of yung mga needs ng lahat. Parang before, nung time namin, 'di ba? Parang hindi kami nagko-question ng rules eh. O kung
Yun
ano yung
nga.
kung yan,
Wala.
yan yung sinabi, yun yung sinabi, susundin namin siya, 'di ba? Kung lahat nakikita namin, yung boss namin nagwo-work until late. Hindi kami makaalis dahil yung boss mo hindi pa umaalis eh.
Curious lang ako kasi like I think for our generation what defines us would be yun nga they always say na we're a mix of both na 'di ba we got to experience life na manual na hindi pa super advanced yung tech kaya
Yeah.
'di ba so like I don't know like, for the next part na din but how does it feel na, you know, for Gen Z, na ganun yung, na parang technology really defined you? Um, like, are you curious about how life was before? Like, like we always say, oh, we didn't have Facebook before, or we didn't have all these. Parang, is there, like,
No one checks on us
oo.
text. Yun mo yun, tatawagan ka at 11, nasan ka na? Wala.
Nabuta ko rin naman ng konting-konti yung time na wala pa masyadong, hindi pa lahat ng pamilya merong computer sa bahay, ganyan. Yung time na nagko-computer shop pa kami. Pero, ayun, nagiging curious, hindi masyado, kasi medyo naririnig ko naman and na parang nasi-share naman sa akin nila kuya. Meron kasi akong kuya na nasa 30s. So, siya yung 90s baby. So, naririnig ko madalas sa kanila yung mga kwento nila nung panahon nila kung paano sila maglaro sa labas.
Wait, Lauren, so hindi ka na naglaro sa labas?
Naglaro pa rin naman pero since hindi kasi kami yung dito. Yung malayo kami, kahit nasa Olongapo lang ako. Yung mga cousins ko, nasa Gordon Heights sila. Kami, di ba, nasa bayan. So, bihira kami makapaglaro. Eh, dun naman sa lugar namin, sino naman kalaro ko? Kalsada lang.
Pero kasi nung kami nung bata, as in literal, na like lumalabas lang yung mga bata. Tapos kahit hindi mo
Oo.
kilala.
Ako hindi ko na siya na-experience. Ano lang, kapag pumupunta lang kami sa Gordon Heights, dun sa mga pinsan ko. Ayun, naranasan ko naman yung
Kilala mo
maglaro ng
lang
mga
naman.
lupa, ganyan. Oo, makalaro yung mga batang, ewan ko, nandun lang sa tabi, kaya kalaro namin sila ng Chinese garter, ganun.
Ako sa labas, ako
Ako rin
naglaro ako as
eh.
in, ang dami kong sugat. Umuwi ako laging may sugat. Kasi naglalaro kami ng shato.
Oh,
Tapos oo,
As in like
naglalaro
yung
kami
mga,
ng mga tumbang preso
oo.
or
As
yung
in like yung mga
luto-lutuan.
taga-kabilang
Oo,
barangay o taga-kabilang street na hindi mo halata.
Dinadayo.
Lumadayo ka sa street nyo or ikaw yung like maglalakad ka papuntang next street para maghanap ka ng mga batang
yeah.
kalaro. Parang ganun siya.
Mga kapitbahay ko may
Ayun.
mga ka-age ako eh. Kaya,
Diba?
I mean, mas matanda sa akin. I think more mas matanda eh, tsaka mas bata. Anyway, marami kaming mga bata. So, ganun lang, lalabas ka lang, tapos, may question ako, nakalimutan
Second,
ko na. I think yung question ko is yung, anyway, I think yun lang, yung growing up with technology. Kung, pero you wouldn't, I think Lauren, kasi si Lauren was born with it already, no? Yung parang hirap i-imagine na without it, alam mo yun? At saka yung medyo, I think, ito pala yung kanina ko naisip na yung sinasabi ni Lauren about boundaries and things. Naisip ko na baka yung globalization, alam mo yun, dahil um, exposed yung generation nyo with everything that's happening in other countries and yung mga nangyari sa buhay ng ibang tao, mas aware sila. Hindi, tama ba? Yung parang mas may awareness kayo na dapat hindi ito nangyayari or hindi siya tama, 'di ba? Yung parang kunwari lahat kahit yung mga abusive, feeling ko mas may awareness na ay dapat pala hindi hindi 'di ba? Hindi ako hindi tama na kapag ka may
manahimik lang.
oo, oo, yung parang ganun. Pagka may hindi tama, kailangan mo siyang i-report. Sumbong mo kay Tulfo. Yun lang yung naisip ko na feeling ko dahil dun
reflection niya.
medyo
Yeah.
global na yung ano, 'di ba? Mas
Actually,
hindi
I agree. Parang kasi, ay sorry.
no, go.
Parang from my observation kasi, since, ayun nga, lumaki kami na nandyan na yung technology and dire-diretso na siya talagang nag-advance ng bongga. Parang we have access to information na dati hindi naman readily available. So, hindi mo alam kung kapag nag-speak out ba ako sa gantong bagay, anong mangyayari sa akin, sa reputation ko, ganyan. Reputation ng family ko, ganyan. Paano kung, ayun, kapag kinat off ko tong taong to, ano na lang sasabihin ng iba. Pero, since may social media, may internet, everything is out there, alam mo na hindi naman end of the world. Ayun nga, sabi nga ni Miss Ray, hindi naman, empowered din kami with information kasi alam mo na hindi end of the world eh if you cut these people off. Alam mo yun? Na, oo nga, hindi naman pala ganun. Tapos makikita mo din yung stories ng iba na, oo nga no, nagawa nga nila, bakit ako hindi ko kayang gawin, ganyan. Yan.
Kayo naiisip, feeling mo sa generation nyo na something na you look up to or feeling nyo interesting sa generation ng mga millennials?
Parang from my observation, yung mga millennials, they're really good at ano tawag doon? Mag-compartmentalize? Mag-compartmentalize ng mga bagay-bagay. So, yung personal life nila, yung work nila, parang, ewan ko, at least yun yung mga na-observe ko sa mga older generation na I work with, or yung mga batch nila kuya, ganyan, na, ewan ko, does it come with the experience ng tanggap lang ng tanggap?
I think yung compartmentalization, maybe it comes with
Age.
time. Oh, with age.
With
And
I think,
age.
oo, kasi nung umpisa parang lahat din personal eh, 'di ba? lahat ng atake sa work, I mean personal 'yan, you're attacking me personally. Alam mo 'yun, hindi lang siya work. I think yun nung start, it's always important siya na part of us, and we have to always be, hindi ko lang alam kung medyo overachievers yung grupo natin. Pero laging dapat, 'di ba? Kung kaya mong hindi 100%, 150% all the time. Parang ganun yung more than 100%, yung talagang wala kang boundaries with your time, uuwi ka ng late, papasok ka ng maaga, tas di ka naman bayad. Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Ngayon, hindi ko lang natutunan yun yung mga
Yes. Yeah.
sabi sa akin ng office mate ko na, para siyang younger millennial. Sabi niya sa akin, act your wage. Hindi ka binabayaran para mag-worry.
Hindi pa gano'n. Parang I think na parang kahit anong generation yan, at some point, meron ka pa rin, parang lulunukin mo yung pride mo or whatever, yung mga boundaries. Siguro sa inyo, mas kakaiba kasi baka mas marami bang opportunities. Kasi kanina nabanggit mo na parang you will try to find another job if this is not good for you. Kasi before sa amin, we stick until magdugo na kami.
For my observation, ayun nga, na-mention nyo kanina, yung parang nagpapasikat pa kayo pag bago kayo dun since starting kayo sa career nyo. Pero parang, ngayon, ang nakikita kong trend, wow, trend talaga. Kasi sa mga younger generation, yun din yung parang yung nakikita ko na parang, at the end of the day, this is just my job. This is not my life. So, parang we're working to have a life. Hindi yung buhay na namin yung trabaho. So, parang kumbaga, actually, most of us may mga hobbies na kailangan lang talagang sustentuhan. kaya nag-work. Like, for example, yung mga fans ng mga K-pop, ng mga ganyan, mga fan ng mga kung ano-ano, yung may mga hobby ng biking, magastos mag-bike. Alam mo yun, like, hindi kami ganun kagigil umangat sa corporate ladder. Like, we just, alam mo yun, kailangan lang namin mabuhay and to feed ourselves. Kaya siguro hindi kami ganun ka-stressed pagdating sa paghahanap ng work. Kasi hindi rin, at least sa mga kakilala ko, hindi kami ganun ka-picky when it comes to jobs. And most of the mga skills naman, these days very transferable, especially kung very techy ka na tao. Ang napapansin ko, hindi kami masyado takot na mag-shift ng parang career.
Naisip ko lang. Actually, ayun. Gusto ko rin, siguro, like, medyo, kasi hindi naman ganun yung kinalakihan din natin na mindset and lifestyle. So actually, I'm quite curious about that as well. And parang, at some point, whenever I work with Gen Zs, I get this, and I observe them. Parang in my impression, I would think of them as, yun nga, parang flaky, parang non-committal, not as persevering, or not as, not as committed to what they're doing. So, I don't know where that is coming from.
Ang nakikita ko din kasi, yung mga older generations, parang, at least sa younger generations, kasi parang it's a big deal sa amin yung I forgot the term bigla. Pag-validate ng feelings ng isa't isa. So that's a big term pagdating sa younger generations. Like, and older generations, they tend to invalidate nga yung experiences ng mga younger generations. Like, bakit ka na-depress agad? Ganito lang naman yung nangyari. Pero,
Okay,
for
makinig ka.
us, it's a big deal. Like,
Kaya nga
ayun, kaya parang,
I interpret that as a weakness in character. But why
yeah,
I'm validating, but why?
nakikita
Validating but
niya siya
also
as weakness as
questioning.
character, pero parang sa amin, hindi porket dapat niyong tiisin, kailangan din namin tiisin. Parang hindi porket na trauma kayo ng older generations, we don't have to
Oh no.
Ay, naputol siya.
Lauren, nasa ka na? Tignan mo. You're not very committed.
Very committed tuloy.
Naputol
Ang lakas ng power ni Pai, no?
intensity.
Tuloy.
Ang lakas ng power ni Pai.
Yun.
Out
Asan
pa.
na ako? Gabi, sunod-sunod pa naman na. Ayun, parang yung
Validation.
older generation, parang they tend to, ayun nga, parang porket kinaya na nila, kailangan kayanin na namin. Parang ganon. Like, kami nga nung panahon namin, pinapalo kami ng mga magulang namin. Bakit kayo pagsasabihan lang, iiyak na kayo?
Oo yan.
Isipin mo, kayo ba ginusto nyo na pinapalo kayo?
Hindi, kaya nga ginawa namin lahat para hindi kami mapalo. So we're really like good kids. Charot.
Pero for me, like, it built character. So, yun lang
I
yung...
think it builds trauma, mampay. Ewan ko, parang ang nakikita ko kasi parang kami sa generation namin, kahit papano, parang since we have more information dito sa mga bagay-bagay na to, we can be more in touch with our emotions. And I feel like yung mga older generations, they didn't really have time for that. Busy silang ang sikaso sa pamilya nila, busy silang mag-work. So they didn't really get the chance to understand yung mga emotions nila, yung mga loob-looban nila. So when younger generation, alam mo yun, speak up or at least pinapakita na, ito yung nafe-feel ko, parang they feel like, ito yung observation ko lang. Hindi ko mababash din ako. Na parang kapag yung mga younger generation, yung mga nagsasabi ng mga ganong bagay, I feel like yung mga older generation, deep inside, parang they also wish that they had the guts to do that or at least know and be aware, self-aware, magkaroon ng ganong self-awareness. So, they're kind of projecting. At least for me, mampay, inaway.
What we were saying before na sana mas self-aware kami. Pero siguro mas balance yung gusto naming self-awareness and
Ano pa rin ako, half-half nga ako about it. Kasi parang, I get it. Parang a lot of you needs validation. You need to process your feelings. But like, there's a lot of you that's also unable to process it in a healthy way. Na they to spiral and actually lead to further depression. Kaya mas mataas yung number of suicides. Yung mga ganon sa mga bata. And mas unstable yung mental health. So, yun yung part na yung medyo confusing for me kasi like a part of me agrees that okay, it has built some form of trauma for us and yet it has built character in a way that we were able to survive that and we're still here.
Talagang laking bagay din talaga nung social media on how we process yung mga emotions and feelings namin. Kasi parang, for example, kapag pag hindi okay yung mental health mo, it's easier na parang mag-rant sa social media. And kapag nag-rant ka sa social media, ang isasagot lang din sa ng mga kakilala mo is parang I feel you, ganyan-ganyan, I'm in the same boat, ganyan-ganyan. So, it's an echo chamber, kumbaga. So, medyo mahirap talaga siya na lumabas doon sa echo chamber na yan and to turn all of your emotions into i-convert siya into something productive. And feeling ko naman yun dun sa pagiging, parang walang goal sa buhay. Hindi ko alam kung malaki yung nag-i-impact niya, pero from how I see it, seeing na mostly ng mga younger generation na experience nga yung COVID. Like in their young years, na experience na yung ma-cut off and to experience something as big as a pandemic. Ang laking bagay din sa wiring ng utak namin. Feeling ko kaya very chill kami when it comes to work na we're not as desperate to
We
keep.
could have died. The
parang-
world could have ended.
Yeah. Parang feeling ko na
Enjoy na
since
natin.
na-experience namin yan, parang okay, pwede palang mangyari yung ganitong bagay. Ang dami palang, like, ang ikli-ikli pala ng buhay kapag So, bakit ko i-stress yung sarili ko? Parang most of us ang naging goal na lang after pandemic is to survive, mag-retire with a farm. Parang nawala yung drive namin to, alam mo yun, contribute something to the workforce. Parang, it's us. Parang, kailangan ko lang mag-survive, okay. Kasi nakita din nung mga namin na nung pandemic, ang dali-dali rin sa mga companies to let go of people because of pandemic eh. Parang, okay, bakit ko i-dedicate yung buhay ko for something that, alam mo yun, can easily let go of me kapag kailangan ko, ganyan. So, parang may ganun din na part.
Yeah,
And
good point.
naisip ko, I think correct me if I'm wrong din, yung sinasabi ni Pai na, na you feel na yung kunwari nasabihan mo lang tapos, yun, yung parang magsa-spiral na and things. And I'm not sure if this is just my thought, baka mali siya, na yung time natin, we have physical connection with people. Now everything's virtual and sometimes it might not feel like real. So
Yeah.
I mean,
You need an
yung
actual hug and an actual
Oo, yeah,
discourse.
yung actual na discussion na with feelings and energy na yung alam mo yun, yung voice, I mean yung naririnig mo yung nagsasabi sa na it's gonna
Mm-mm.
be okay o hindi, ganyan, kaaway natin yan, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Iba yung virtual connection over the actual on one of the pages. Yung alam mo yun, it's not a real person sometimes. Kunwari yung how are we more alike than we think? Because I think yung how do you say that, communication, how we communicate what we want in a manner na hindi siya nakakasakit ng ibang tao. That's always, I think, what I want to be able to do as well. Yung work ethic ko, as in working from the Philippines, talagang nadala ko dito na sometimes hindi na siya yung masyado ko ma-effort na hindi ko naman kailangan na gawin. Hindi ko na yun yung gusto kong matutunan ngayon eh. Even from the younger generation is to learn na to just relax. Masyado akong iniisip, anong isipin nila pag hindi siya perfect. Ayun, medyo perfectionist pala yun yung word ko.
Medyo.
Hindi,
Medyo
100%.
daw.
Medyo lang. Na parang pag hindi perfect yung gawa ko, hindi siya enough. Yung parang ganun. So I need to learn to just say na this is the best that I can do and I should be happy and mag 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 mag-step back na ako and focus on life rather than work. And ano pa ba yung more alike na yun, yung validation of not even just recognizing that you're recognizing you na kung ano yung concerns mo naririnig, 'di ba? Kung ano yung feelings mo naririnig. Doesn't mean na they have to action it or anything, pero at least merong acknowledgement.
Yeah.
So I think yun yung mga naisip ko na I I think is not just a Gen Z thing na gusto. I think eventually, and I think Lawrence at this young age, and I think I would be really interested to know when you're, in 15 years or in 20 years, how you'd view everything again. Kasi I think it all changes
Yeah.
with how it changes as well, and how our mindsets, are all affected by kung ano na yung nangyayari globally.
I think we all wanted something like same things. Like we want, balanced life. We want to retire with a farm. We want to, chase happiness wherever. The question is how and the process that we take, di ba, to get to those kinds of yung mga gusto natin gawin sa buhay. Kasi we also experienced pandemic, for example, and that taught us a lot of things. And pero, ang point is, after nun, it changed us as well, na, ay, ito na yung gagawin namin. We're not as rigid as before. Pero yun nga, we just probably like, take different routes to get there. So yun lang yung iniisip ko na dahil hindi tayo parehas, sometimes we tend to judge which route is better. Is it yours or ours? Kasi
Observation ko, yung generation namin, parang very, influence sa Ghibli. If ever kayo, Ghibli Studios, parang yung smallest details ng life, nagagawa nilang parang ang sarap-sarap ma-experience. Parang I think for our generation, yun yung mas pinaprioritize namin na alam mo yun, the little things that we can appreciate. Ayun. I think, yun. And sa similarities, actually, feeling ko very similar nga yung millennials, Gen Zs, and yung mga Gen Alphas. But in the way na we're trying to make the world a little bit better for the next generation. Kasi pansin ko sa mga older millennials and yung mga, at least yung batch nila, kuya, kayo, and I can see na, alam mo yun, you already suffered the trauma. Hindi, tinatry nyo rin yung best nyo to not pass it to the next generation. And we're doing the same thing sa mga Gen Alphas. Like, ayun. Feeling ko when it comes to the different generations ngayon, yung tayo, simula millennials hanggang mga Gen Alphas, tayo yung parang mas nakakaintindi sa isa't isa. Yung mga boomers medyo mahirap sila intindihin.
Mapupuksa tayo din.
Di pa marami rin yung sinasabi kanina eh. So, may ano mo.
Grabe, pati, hindi,
mo.
similar lang. I think, yun nga, parang, for me, like, the things I like in terms of, or I wish I could pick up from them pa nga, is, yun nga, setting healthy boundaries, ano ba? Marami pa rin kasi ako, like, feeling ko very conservative yung upbringing natin. So, it's not as fun or not as yung exploratory. So, feeling ko meron ding benefit yun. And then, like, yeah. Like, ngayon, siguro, like, we're also open now to a lot of information, you said. Kasi when we were growing up, ayun yung ayoko, na parang we were limited. Very limiting yung the environment we grew up in. Pero right now, I think we can relate to them na at least, the world has changed, that we are now given all these information for us to access. So we're both kind of navigating that kind of world right now. So, yeah. Yeah, agree ako doon na parang, I think when you said na you always compare. But I think with our generation, the reason we're doing it is not because we want to control you or we want to say we're better, but it's because we also want to understand how we can, like, at least in the workplace, diba? They even, indicate like mga special sessions na, how are you gonna deal with the younger or the... So I feel like the comparison, yung objective talaga ng comparison right now is not to say we're better or
Competition.
compete, but more like, how are we gonna work together? Because I don't understand you.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna do better, diba? Parang, yeah. So yun. I think yun yung...
May mga anak, pamangkin ka, di ba? Na you have to also understand them. So how do you do that if you don't like...
It's not to impose our old value systems or our beliefs to them and our practices, but more like, paano ba tayo? Like, hindi kita naiintindihan kasi nanggagaling ako dito. So, how are we gonna
exist.
figure it out?
Para tayong mga iba-ibang species. Okay.
Unlike before na parang they're asking or they're comparing because they want to, yun nga, impose, they want to say, dapat ganito ka kasi kami nung bata kami, ganito kami, di ba? And now it's coming from a place of, ganito kami, so paano kayo? Yung parang mas ganon. And like, how do we learn from each other? But yun yung, I think, how are we alike in the way na we share that objective or ano, desire then to understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yun lang.
Okay. I hope, Lauren, hindi to traumatic experience for you. We didn't mean to attack. We kailangan natin mag-disclaimer
Ready!
before we start
Actually,
our before we start
debrief mo
sa
siya.
intro. Ha?
I-debrief mo siya.
Brief natin. Yan? Ano ba yan?
How was your experience?
Like,
Remember, you need validation and processing.
Ay,
niya yan. Binavalidate ko ang kakayanan niya na gawin yan sa sarili.
Oh my God. And then, pero how was it?
Oo nga.
Ang saya. Saya. Kasi, kung totoo, parang, at least sa workplace, bihira ako maka-interact ng mga millennials. Mostly ng mga nakaka-work ko, mas older generation or mas younger generation. Wala yung in-between. I guess ang therapeutic din na i-explain yung side namin. Kasi yan din yung mga sentiments na nakikita ko online, to be honest. Like, ang therapeutic na, eto kasi kami, please try to understand. Hindi naman namin kayo, hindi namin kayo kalaban.
Yeah.
Ayun. Oh, it's good na, at saka nakakatuwa din na marinig. Ayun nga, na-mention ko kanina, ayun din yung mga gusto ko din sa millennials. Very understanding, or at least they try their best to understand the younger generation. Hindi sila sarado mag-isip. Ayun. And it's nice to hear perspectives from other people then, of course. Ayan, syempre yung mga nasa abroad na iba na yung culture nila.
Yeah. Hindi naman kami understanding nung una. Since nga magaling kayo magsabi na kailangan nyo kaming intindihin. So, yun, natuto naman kami kahit papano. I think, nga, hindi tayo boomer, no? Kung boomer tayo, good luck talaga dyan. Kahit na
yung
anong
default
magawa.
kasi, sino ba nagpalaki sa atin? Mga boomers.
Oo, boomers.
Ang default natin, lagi tayong mali. Kasi sila lagi yung tama.
True.
Kaya
Oo.
ako default ko lagi yan na pag ginawa ko kahit na alam kong 100%
Tama.
99.99 sure akong tama ako. Kailangan ko pa rin tanungin yung boss ko, tama ba or hindi, 'di ba? Kailangan mo pa rin nung ano, parang feeling ko lagi kang on your 'di ba? Yung ganun yung anyway, ibang kwento 'yun, ibang kwento pa 'yun. Thank you again to Lauren, our Gen Z guest for today. I've learned a lot from her. And I've learned our differences and our similarities, and I think it's also given me a fresh perspective on things. So thank you. Um, and alam mo yun, importante na magkaroon tayo ng mga ganitong discussions. I think it's what we always say in this podcast is it's good to have these conversations because it always gives us new insight and somehow therapy na din. Hopefully, yung episode made you think as well and relate and laugh a little and, see things from a new angle.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Lauren.
So
Okay
to
din.
everyone who's listening, thanks for tuning in. If you have comments, feel free to drop them. And don't forget to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So that way you don't miss our episodes. So until next time, bye.